Hello, guys. Welcome back to another installment of Professor Charles's Law. Shooby-doo-doo-doo. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to another installment of Professor Charles S Live today. And today we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. So this movie starts off very oddly. I'm not going to say creepy or in an interesting, odd way. Excuse me. And I felt like this part of the movie should have been like maybe towards a flashback, but it starts off with young Diana as a little kid, not a teenager or near her adult life. And I felt like, honestly, I understood what it was trying to like give us a hint. Like, okay, we're going to learn about this gold suit that her mother had spoke about. Well, not mother, but excuse me, the champion spoke about. And also it showed a valuable lesson that you can't always win. You know what I'm saying? Cheating is not the way. That's the first part of the film. Kind of shows that because Diana does this, like, I guess you could say Olympics type of thing. You know how the Amazonians had the like obstacle courses, which was cool. That was a neat part of the film. But I felt like it was like, okay, this is dragging a bit. But I get it. I understand you can't cheat your way to winning. I get it. I understand. You know, because Diana was the spoiled brat little princess. Okay. So then the other part of the film focuses on Diana and also her new job. You know what I'm saying? Which was really neat. She's, you know, archaeologist. You know, her friend, Barbara is, you know, someone that's in the kind of the same field, but it has a different studies. I thought that part of the actual film was interesting. I like the mall scene. The mall scene, it was very interesting how they kind of set that up. I don't know. I guess Wonder Woman is just saving little girl kids, right? Then you had like the bank robbers, but then also we come across this other guy called Max Lord. Max Lord is pretty much the main baddie, guys. I gotta be honest. I was a little disappointed on him being the main baddie. I felt like Barbara, that eventually becomes Cheetah, would have been probably so much better actual villain. But I was like, I kept saying in the back of my mind, I'm like, something is just telling me that Barbara is not going to be the main villain at the end of this film. You know what I'm saying? Because you got two villains, right? The other villains were like minor villains, which was totally fine. But I felt like this film was entirely too long. A 2-hour film. This should have been a 1 hour and 30 minute, 1 hour and 40 minute film. Like, it didn't, like, I felt like some stuff was just like, yo, like, y'all couldn't just cut this scene out. Or y'all could have did something else with this. And that's just personally my opinion on it, because everyone has different tastes in movies. And I felt like Maxwell, we understood what he was. Pretty much, he was literally this like failed oil tycoon. And pretty much he failed at everything he did. Every single thing he did, he just failed at. You know, and you're wondering like, sounds like some of the people that we know that are out in society, you know. And I like that he loves his son, his admiration for his son. And even at his lowest point, we can see that he appreciates his son, but he didn't want his son to know that he was a failure. You know what I'm saying? How do you know what I'm saying? I like that the interaction between him and his son. His son really did love him. He was blinded by it, and also Maxwell finds out that there's a stone, pretty much that has come about, and the stone is called the Dream Stone. They should have just called it the Wish Stone. I felt like the Wish Stone would have been better than the Dream Stone, because let's be honest, it's granting wishes. It's not granting dreams, right? I felt that's what the stone should have just been renamed, because I'm like, all right, I wish this, you know, I wish that, you know. And it was interesting because how the stone worked. Now let's talk about how the stone worked. So in this film, the stone worked multiple ways. Eventually it gets to Max, you know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the other parties. So the first wish with the stone was bringing Princess Diana's lover back, Trevor. Which was done in a clever way. I was thinking like they were going to bring him back from the dead, like he's going to be like a zombie. but he's gonna have like, you know, he's gonna look like how he looked when he was alive. That's what I thought. Personally, I was wrong. Okay. The other thing about it was when he was brought back, his soul, I think, was in another human's body. That's why, like, when I saw that scene, it was creepy because she couldn't see Trevor at first until he said something that was memorable. And I'm like, But then that came with a price. Pretty much, she lost her powers because she started to become vulnerable, like how Hercules did. She was mortal, you know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. But then here comes her best friend, BFF, Barbara, wanting to be like Wonder Woman. And pretty much, you know what I'm saying, she started to have luck, charm with the fellas. And you know what I'm saying, she had the strength of Wonder Woman. There's a scene where she's ripping the door off the refrigerator. She listened, you know, she's like, I did that, you know. And her luck had gotten better. So the stone came with a price. But let's talk about what also worked with this film. When Max got the stone, Maxwell, pretty much, like when I seen that, I was like, oh, he's got the stone. But he wished that he had all the powers of the stone. So he became the living stone. You know what I'm saying? The actual dream stone. I was like, wow, bruh is the living entity of this stone. But that came with a price too, because eventually, when people kept making wishes, like you only could get one wish, you know, I'm like, dang, this is worse than a genie. Pretty much the wishes that he, you know, granted for people, you know, it was like, I said, this is messed up. Like, he started to get sick. He started to die because after so many wishes, I guess, I wish they had a limitation on it. I think that was the only problem I had with it. But Maxwell started to become successful. He started to do all these different things. And the problem with it was he became jaded, a little bit distorted from reality type of villain. And also he started to be distant from his actual child, you know. The other thing that I saw with this film that was actually a problem was the cheetah CGI. Oh my God, that is the worst CGI I've seen in a while. And I'm just like, bruh, CGI has come a long way. Y'all couldn't make her look more animal looking. I just was like, what the deuces? Like, I get it. I understand that movies, you know what I'm saying? Movies have a budget. But I felt like they could have retouched it a bit, man, you know. I also felt like this movie was too long. 2 hours for a movie that didn't have like another villain, like another main villain. I think that would have worked. They had like another main villain with this film, but that wasn't the case. But I did enjoy the action just a little bit. It wasn't action like I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes movies are not like that. So it kind of built the story around the villains, which really worked. I think that's what, you know, if you don't know what a villain motives are and who they really are, you know, so I couldn't even be mad about that. We've seen Barbara's reason why she wanted to be like Wonder Woman. Then she ended up becoming an apex predator known as Cheetah. We understood why Maxwell was, because everything he did, he failed at. That was solid. I like that we got villain backstories. Okay, personally, I was like, yes, I'll take a villain backstory. I think the ending was real executed. I don't know what the original ending was, because it said that they had to change the original ending. But I'm glad we saw Maxwell admit to his son that he was a failure. I know sometimes as human beings we do not like failure, and I think that was the lesson of it, especially even at the beginning of Wonder Woman, kind of hinted failure is going to be the theme of this movie. You know, when Wonder Woman cheating and she failed, but with Maxwell, because he failed as a parent to his child. So personally, I give this 3 out of 5. I felt like it could have been better. I just think 2 hours was a bit too much for this film. I wish they would have added like another villain in this film. Maybe this could have made the film a little bit more interesting. Since Cheetah the battle was only at the very end of the movie, I was expecting it to be like maybe towards the middle half of the movie, honestly. But this is my review on it. You guys tell me in the comments, have you seen Wonder Woman 1984? You tell me in the comments, guys. Your boy Professor Charles S live in the building, and I'm out.